Alright guys, let's talk about AAVE, Link, and YFI. All three have been proven to show some massive strength in recent past. So let's start with AAVE on the high time frame. We're just going to mark out a couple basic levels here. We had the previous all-time high, level it bounced from again. We could even mark this one. Nah, it doesn't matter. And the all-time low. Well, I say all-time short on this chart. Obviously, it was zero at some point. The idea of AAVE was zero at some point. So the corrective low is right here, or potentially a range low. So we corrected down. These levels were relevant as we reversed the trend. We broke the all-time high, pulled back, and then continued up. If we go down to a daily chart, actually I think I want the 12-hour. We're going to pull up the 12-hour chart. Mark the new all-time high, the level it bounced from. Bounce level here, and the corrective low. Off the correction, we impulsed upwards, and then we went sideways for a while. And when I say for a while, I mean a while. So this was an impulse. We can call it here, but really for me, this is the primary impulse to this level right here. And then we ranged for 54 days behind it. And after the all-time high, the new all-time high, we really ranged for 130 days. So we're talking about 4 months, a little bit over, before we started a massive expansion. We can measure this range real quick. Just grab a fib extension, fib retracement, not extension. Grab the all-time high and the corrective low of this range right here. And we're currently at a 225% extension. So we have the range. Now these are based on fib on log scale. I've got log selected here. I've got base fib levels on log scale in the settings of the fib itself. So we have the range, and we've expanded 225% of that based on log scale. So if we go over to something like YFI, which was one of the market leaders, Coinbase is fine. We don't need the whole, well, let's FTX should work. Yeah, we just need this high right here. You could even consider that we need this high, because this was kind of residual bullishness left over. Our impulse was here. We just had one more try, but we couldn't really maintain it. Similar here. Since the all-time high, we've been ranging for 146 days. Since this impulse, we've been ranging for 80 days. Nearly 3 months, just in this corrective range right here. What if this begins to expand soon? And I think it will. We just resolved the issue with supply. They did add 6,000 coins to the supply, but the supply remains only 26,000. One of the lowest supplies in crypto. Probably is the lowest supply, to be honest. 2.25 extension. Okay, I might be pushing it just a little bit, but we could be talking about a target up here at 400,000 if that's the case. You can see how the structure is the same. We corrected, impulsed, ranged. I'm expecting an impulse next. I would be quite surprised if that falls short of 100,000. We can talk about a 68,000 target first. Regardless, we're talking about at least a double up, potentially a triple up. And if this market is as crazy as I think it is, we could see it run to 400,000, which is what? 12x? I don't think that's out of the question. Let's look at Link. Pretty similar chart. Coinbase is fine. Make it black. All-time high. Bounce spot. Bounce spot. Below. Right here was the bounce. Perfect bounce right here. These levels were quite relevant as we moved up. I believe we've begun an expansion here. Could we see the same 2.25 fib expansion of this move? I would honestly suggest that's pretty conservative. But that gives us a target of 70 bucks. I call this a likely target. My target's higher. I think we go to 125. So that would be what, a 2.75 extension would be right around 125. Maybe just a bit shy of it. This pattern's not new. We had this range here. In fact, let's measure it. "2x extension. Nearly 2.25. We just barely missed. I actually think if we measured it somewhere else, we could probably get a little closer. Let's look at it here. I'm going to go up on the time frame here so it's a little easier to see what I'm talking about. If this is our high and this is our low, look at that. We nearly nailed the 2.25. Pennies off of it. Could this be heading that way? Absolutely. I think it is. I think that we get a 3x move here. I think we get a 3x move on YFI. I think we get a 3x minimum move on a ton of coins out there. And I hope you're ready for it. I know I am. Alright guys, see you in the next video.